Yo, what's going on, guys? Crispy Flakes here. Welcome to Extra Crispy. For today's video, we are reacting to a video by Sexy Beast 67. Just kidding, man. It's actually a video by Crispy Flakes, which is my main channel. If you guys did not know, I actually do have a main channel. But we are going to be reacting to my initial official Crispy Flakes 2020 NBA playoff bracket. Because obviously we are in the conference finals now, and I literally forgot what I said about all these teams. I'm very curious, how accurate it's actually going to be. So yeah, man, like I said, link to my main channel description. You gotta go subscribe over there if you haven't. I do rebuilds and got like a little My Career series going with, Crispy Kennard is my player. He's actually a 7'3" center. It's a great time. Let's check this out and just see how bad of takes, we're gonna have up in here, man. Yo, what's going on, guys? Crispy Flakes here for today's video.
What a gold intro, man.
Doing my
Yo, what's going on, guys?
Playoff bracket. So a few weeks ago, I did a predictions video, but that was...
Why does my camera look better now?
Stuff was put into place. It was just kind of based off of how I thought the NBA was going to end.
Get on with it.
Also, how like the playoffs were going to start.
Get on with it, man.
So this should be really interesting. I'm doing this right before Game 1 of the play-in game for the Portland Trail Blazers and Memphis Grizzlies. Let's be quite honest. No matter who wins that game, let's just say my choice for that bracket's really not that different out there, man. Okay. So before we get going on this video, I need to ask you guys if you can drop a like on it, man. 1,000 likes is
like dropped.
Also, man,
I did it.
My subscriber button has been broken on my channel. People said that they're not getting notifications and stuff like that. So
gotta love
you
YouTube.
To the channel, if you guys
Crispy, start talking, you stupid.
Just so I know it's working again.
Oh my god,
somebody was saying like error or something like that. So I don't know, man. YouTube doesn't want me to be great, I guess, guys. It is what it is. I love basketball. I love talk about basketball. That's what it's all about in the end of the day. Okay, so I am using a very prestigious website here to actually fill this out. So just beware, might be a little too advanced for some of you guys out here. I'm using Paint.
You're so funny.
I got a picture of the man. So we're getting really crazy with it. Okay. So let's start with the
Crispy. I can hear your damn air conditioner in the background.
Western Conference. I feel like you usually start with East.
It's also backwards.
Here, guys. Okay, so we got the first seed Los Angeles Lakers against the 8th seed Portland Trail Blazers or Memphis Grizzlies. Like I said, I'm making this before the game starts.
Yep.
So my prediction is that Portland is going to win.
1 for 1, man.
And, the number 8 seed, or they are going to lose, the first game and then win the second game. I don't see Damian Lillard losing 2 games, guys, if I'm being honest. But then again, man, maybe it's a bad take now, right? We watch it, be like, yo, bad take, Crispy.
Nope, good take.
I think if the Lakers were to play Memphis, Ja Morant might be good for 1 win because they don't really have anybody on that team that can stop Ja. Now, with that being said, the Memphis Grizzlies don't really have anybody that
LeBron James.
LeBron James. So very well could be a sweep. But I could see them getting
I got to pull up the bracket.
I just feel like Memphis has that type of hustle. Of course, not having Jaren Jackson Jr. kills the team. I mean, they got Brandon Clark. He's great. Jonas Valanciunas. But I think they'd be good for 1 win. The Portland Trail Blazers, I think, would be a little bit more interesting. They definitely don't have anybody that can stop Damian Lillard. And while Anthony Davis is the top 2, 3 big guy in the entire NBA, it's like Nurkic and Hassan Whiteside, like that's something to put on him. I mean, I feel like those guys could at least somewhat contain.
Okay, there we go.
So instead of going for 50, he might go for like 37 or something like that. But once again, nobody that can really stop LeBron James on the Portland.
I said 4-1.
Damian, CJ McCollum. I do ultimately think that game, like that series, I could see going to 6. I could see Damian being good
for 2 games
against the Los Angeles
Lakers.
Went to 5. But ultimately speaking, guys, I do have the Lakers, big old L right there.
All right,
moving on.
I was correct.
Second round. And then we got a series that is actually the series I'm looking forward to the most in the Western Conference. That is going to be the OKC Thunder.
That was a good take. It was a 7-game series. Houston won 4-3.
Out here, man. Of course, Russell Westbrook, I believe, is going to be missing the first few games, which is not great. But at the same time, the Rockets still have, like, Austin Rivers been playing outside of his mind as of late. I think he just had like a 37-point game.
Before the bubble, or that was during the regular season of the bubble.
You still have James Harden MVP out there. And it's like, the small ball will be interesting. It might negate some of the things Steven Adams can do out there. You look over on the other side of things. Of course, they got Chris Paul, who is an all-star this season. Shea has been, like, playing good basketball. He just has not really been shooting that well out there, so it makes you a little nervous about that. But if I had to be quite honest here, man,
I
don't know how many games Russell's going to miss. I'm going to guess probably like 2. And you got to think that the OKC Thunder is good to win one of those games without Russell Westbrook at least, right, man? I could honestly, just 2 hardworking teams out there. I could see this one going to a Game 7. I really the Thunder have been
damn, man!
Since the beginning of the season.
Look at me now.
Right,
high basketball IQ.
I will say, when it comes down to that Game 7, I do think James Harden and hopefully a healthy Russell Westbrook do prevail. And Russell gets the W against his former team.
Let's go, man. In Game 7.
But I do have the Rockets moving on to the second round of the NBA.
Let's get it.
Playoffs, probably, like I said, in a Game 7, maybe a Game 6. We'll kind of see. But like I said, I feel like with Russell out, it's going to make things a lot more interesting over there. Okay, next up we have the Denver Nuggets and the Utah Jazz.
7-game series.
Alrighty, so this should also be a very interesting series. I believe they did go to a double OT not too long ago, so that should be a lot of fun to watch. I will say my deciding factor, because it's like Donovan Mitchell, Rudy Gobert, they're going to bring it.
They did.
Jokic and
Mitchell was crazy.
They're going to bring it. It's going to come down to the rest of the guys. And if I'm being 100% honest, I just feel like the Nuggets have more of the rest of the other guys as opposed to the Utah Jazz. Michael Porter Jr. has literally been playing like the best rookie in the entire bubble out there. He's been scoring
out there
multiple 30-point games or something like that. And I think he actually hit like a 30-point, 15 rebound, 5 assist game, something crazy like that. Man, Bobo's been looking pretty solid out there. Of course, Utah Jazz, they do have, Mike Conley's a veteran. Hopefully he can, really be solid for them in the playoffs. They got Jordan Clarkson, who's one of the best 6 men in the entire NBA. I still feel like, not having Bojan out there is going to hurt the playoff.
Bojan.
Because the playoffs, it's a whole different beast out there, right? You need those guys that can consistently score. If you don't have them, it's not great.
Sure do.
I see this one probably going to, 6 games. But I do think the Denver Nuggets beat the Utah Jazz.
Okay,
4 games to 2.
It went to 7, and, Mitchell was scoring 50 points a game. So, not bad. I am okay with that take. I do think what kind of did take away from the Jazz winning was not having, a more of a consistent threat out there like Bojan or somebody like that. So, I'm going to say it was a W take.
And move on to the second round of the playoffs.
Clippers won 4-2.
Next up,
4-2.
we got the Clippers and the Mavericks. So, the Clippers have definitely been very nonchalant for these for these bubble games.
Long into the bubble.
Resting. Some guys
playoffs
like Montrezl Harrell due to personal reasons. Hopefully he's good and ready to go. Patrick Beverley missed quite a few games. Lou Williams had the chicken wing problem out there. Chicken problem, I want to call it that. But no, man. I do think
Chicken Wing Williams.
At the end of the day, it really comes down to Kawhi and Paul George for them, and both those guys are great. And then of course on the Dallas Mavericks side, Luka Doncic, who is playing like one of the, maybe even the best player in the bubble. Like the way he's been playing, man, has been absolutely crazy. Been right there with Damian Lillard, right? And of course,
Eastern Conference is going to be rough. I can feel it.
Self again. This is going to be an interesting series. It's really hard for me to bet against the Clippers in it. Just because I do feel like the biggest issue with the Mavericks is that sometimes they're not the greatest at closing. Sometimes Luka doesn't really come up in the clutch.
Got to work on that,
down
for
to
sure.
The playoffs,
for sure.
No team is always going to be consistently clutch, right? But when you're playing a game like the Clippers, you cannot afford to have a game or two where you just don't make big plays down the stretch. And I think that is going to be the deciding factor.
Damn, look at me with my knowledge here, man.
I don't think this is going to be like a sweep or anything like that. I feel like the Dallas Mavericks are good for a few games. I don't see it quite going to a game 7. I do think it's going to be in 6 games.
Let's go, man. I was right again, baby.
Mavericks.
Hey.
There we go. Kind of went outside the lines on that one, man. Reminds me of my high school art class. Yeah, I was bad in art class, guys.
I was.
Got a mean story. I mean, it was my senior year. I don't know why I was taking art class senior year. And
I thought it was a blow-off class.
Color wheel. Senior year of damn high school, guys. My damn art teacher made us do color wheels like we're damn first grade again. And I couldn't do it because I'm not good at art. And
it was tough.
Well,
had to stay within the lines.
I saw this nice, crispy-looking color wheel just sitting there drying. So I took it and put my name on it. And some girl walked up to me and she said, "Did you steal my color wheel?"
Nope.
Senior year of high school, guys. I said, "Oh, I didn't know it was yours. I thought it was mine." And then she saw what mine was, and she was like, "There's no way you made that mistake." It was not great, guys. Definitely not great, but it is
Things
what it
happen.
is. Okay, next up, I did pass the class.
I don't know how.
My face on camera, guys, if I failed high school because I could not pass art class. But we got the...
In all fairness, I did my last year of college, my senior year of college, I did drop out of a intro into grammar. So...
Bucks and the Magic.
Here we go.
So I did hear
4-1.
This is the rumor if this was actually confirmed. I mean, if Woj don't say it ain't true, right? Or Chris Move, of course. I did hear that Mo Bamba left the bubble and he's out. Like, he's just out for the rest of the season.
I don't think he played, right?
I mean, that's a big time loss for the Magic. They already don't have Jonathan Isaac.
Isaac did return, I think, for the series, but got injured, right?
At least in the regular season.
I don't remember.
Could be different. Playoffs could be different. But I do have the Bucks sweeping the Magic. I don't even think last year I think the Magic had one game, and it's because DJ Augustine.
Yeah, it was 4-1. So Magic fans, calm the hell down, man. I can feel your guys' damn hot breath in the comment section right now, man. Your sweaty fingertips saying, "Well, Chris, we got one W, man. Calm down."
Was playing like he was Steph Curry. I don't really see that happening again, guys, especially with all the injuries now. Yeah, I got the Bucks moving on.
They got the first game. They got the first game,
and then we got another series that I think is going to be fantastic to watch.
Well,
we got
okay, here we go. Here we go.
Warren and the Pacers. Okay, so
here we go. It was a sweep.
Warren's been fantastic, right? I mean, the guy playing out of his mind. He had multiple 30-plus games. He had like a 50-point game. But he does struggle against the Miami Heat. I don't know if it's just a thing of like Jimmy Butler getting in his head.
Psychocolology.
He's trying to do too much now. He feels he needs to do too much against Jimmy Butler. But he does struggle against the Miami Heat, guys. The Heat, I think, have one of the most, just like from top to bottom, best rosters in the entire NBA. Tyler Hero is looking like he's really breaking out into, really going to be one of the better NBA guards going forward. Of course, they got Jimmy, they got Bam out there. As far as I know, they don't really have any major big-time injuries. Like, everybody's good to go.
Kendrick Nunn was not playing because of COVID.
Oladipo is looking good again. I don't know if he's 100%. But, of course, they did lose Sabonis. He's probably gone for the season, right? I don't know if that's been confirmed yet, but he's got Pleschker phlantitis. And I guess TJ has that too now, but it's not as bad.
Pleschker phlantitis.
I don't really like the matchup of the Heat, or I'm sorry, the Pacers, like their big guys trying to stop Bam with those guys out there, man. Miles Turner's great and everything like that, but beyond that, it's going to be a little interesting. It's not going to be the worst, but...
Oh, it was the worst. It was the worst.
I just feel like the Pacers kind of cursed this season, man. And, if TJ was playing against any other team, I'd be like, okay, well, you got a 40-point per game scorer right there. But he just struggles against the Heat, guys. I could see this one going to a 7-game, and I could really see it going either way. But I just feel like Sabonis, the loss of him, is really going to be felt in the playoffs. And I do have the Miami Heat moving on in 7 games.
Wow, I said 7 games without Sabonis, bro. Damn, man. Ooh, that's, yeah. I mean, let's be honest, guys. Did you have the Miami Heat sweeping the Pacers to start the playoffs? Probably not, man. Not the way TJ was playing. The sweep, yeah. Maybe I shouldn't have said 7 games. Maybe I should have said, I feel like 6. I would have been a little bit more safe. But no, I was just way off with this one, as I think a lot of us probably were.
And the Pacers, but it's going to be one hell of a series. I can't wait to watch it.
It wasn't.
Okay, next up.
You could wait.
Celtics and Sixers.
This wins 4-0. Yep, sweet. A lot
more interesting than people think out there.
Nope, it wasn't.
Of course, the Sixers do not have Ben Simmons. He's out for the season. But they do have a healthy Joel Embiid. We were a little nervous about that. Like, nobody was quite sure if he was just kind of like, taking the last few games off to rest that ankle or what it was. But
that is clamped, bro.
They still have a healthy.
He clamped, man.
Al Horford's a veteran. You got Shake Milton out there, who's a very serviceable guard.
He was trash.
Tobias Harris, Matisse Thybulle.
Couldn't make a shot.
And then for the Celtics, I guess the big worrisome is that, who exactly is going to stop Joel Embiid.
The answer was yes, everybody.
I mean, Daniel Tice is not that bad, guys. Like, he holds his own out there. You got Robert Williams, who is, 6 fouls right there. I mean, he's a 6'10" guy that can throw some shots back. You got Enes Kanter, who's a big boy out there.
My allergies ranked up that day, you could tell. Itching my nose.
Stopping Joel Embiid. I think actually the best case to go against the Sixers is make everybody else beat you. Go out there, double team Joel if you need to.
Sure.
Or just let him go off. Let him go off and kind of contain everybody else and see how
that's kind of what they did, right? That's kind of what they did.
Strategy. Meanwhile, on the Celtics side, you got some of the best scoring trios in the entire NBA, guys. You got, not even trio, man, like
quadruple.
Yep. You got quadruple out there, bro. You got Kemba, you got Jalen, you got Jason, you got Gordon.
Gordon got injured.
So good. You got Marcus Smart, who I think is one of the most underrated players in the entire NBA.
Damn, I said it. I said it, man. I said it. Man, I called that.
I feel like Ben Simmons,
Marcus Curry Beverly,
just what he brings, not only really playmaking wise, but also defensively, is going to be felt greatly by the Sixers.
My camera looks so much better on here,
guys.
bro.
I don't think it goes to a game 7 either. I do think the Celtics are going to win 4-2.
Okay.
And move on.
Let's say, once again, nobody really expected the Celtics to sweep the 76ers, so I'm not too distraught about that one. I'm happy I said it didn't go 7 games.
About 4-2 out here. I feel like a lot of these first-round matchups, they are actually very close. They are very close out there. Next up,
I say out there a lot out there.
The Nets. Okay, so
the Nets were like
this was a
one of the
sweep.
two teams in the
This
East
was a sweep.
that got a chance to be in the playoffs. It was either the Washington Wizards. Karis LeVert's been looking good. The thing though is that this is literally the worst possible matchup for the Nets because while the Nets are really from top to bottom the weakest team in the playoffs, no doubt. Like they got Karis LeVert, Joe Harris is fine, Jared Allen. Is Jared Allen even playing?
I think he was out.
But regardless, like they're going against a team that has like probably the first or second best depth in the entire NBA in the Raptors. And that's going to hurt them bad, guys. I don't think the Nets get one game here. I think the Raptors...
I was right, man. Sweet, baby.
Yes, I know Kawhi Leonard was on the team, but they're playing still fantastic.
So I think I had the entire first round correct. I mean...
Well, without him, I do have
not bad.
The Raptors.
Obviously not the game amounts, but
Nets, guys, I think
as far as moving on.
Okay.
It's going to get ugly now, though.
Now we got, now we're at the point of the video when feelings start to get hurt, man, because, everybody's got their, especially the big fan bases, got their team moving on to the second round.
Uh-oh.
But y'all got to remember this, man. Like, people do not remember this when it comes to these type of videos.
Only one team can win.
Only one team can win.
Tell them, Crispy.
Only one
Tell
team
them,
can win,
man.
guys.
Tell them, man.
You get pissed off at me because I knock out the Celtics and the Clippers and the Lakers, and I say the Bucks are going to win, something like that. And I could very well be wrong. But at the end of the day, man, all these teams except one are going to get knocked out. It's so funny, reading the comment section sometimes.
Somebody's got to lose.
Like barring these videos because people get so pissed off because you don't have their team.
I will say this had 3,500 likes and 394 dislikes. It's not bad. It's a good bar for this type of video.
Only one team can. It's so funny. It's so funny. Okay, let's start with the Western Conference game.
Okay.
We got the Lakers against the Houston Rockets. At this point, Russell
that was
Westbrook
4-1.
should be back healthy, assuming nothing bad happens. I do think their small ball is going to be interesting against the Los Angeles Lakers. If I'm being quite honest, if
Anthony Davis feasted.
I'm doing a lot of lineups with Anthony Davis at the center spot and Kuzma at the 4 because
I don't know if they played Kuzma a lot, but I do know. I mean, he played a little bit, but they did run AD at center spot. Like I'm pretty sure Dwight and JaVale did not play that entire damn series. So, yep, Coach Crispy had it.
I do feel like that would be able to somewhat negate the small ballness of the Houston Rockets. I don't really think
it did.
I really don't think like Dwight Howard, JaVale McGee. It would be a great idea to have those guys on at the courts. Too much against like the small ball Rockets. So
all right, man.
My opinions on that. And then of course you have the dynamic duo of Russell and James Harden going up against essentially a backcourt of like I think Rondo should be back by then.
He did play good.
I feel like Rondo's more of a negative than a positive to the Lakers these days.
Not playoff Rondo. Not playoff Rondo.
I mean, really, it comes down to James Harden, Russell Westbrook, LeBron James, Anthony Davis. All these, both these duos
Westbrook
are fantastic for different reasons. I got the Lakers winning, guys. I don't think it's going to be an easy series, though. I don't think it's
it was
like some, 4-0 or 4-1.
It was 4-1.
I honestly think it could go to a 7-game series. I got that much just like belief in James.
Yeah, bad take. Well, yeah, James Harden played well, but I guess Russell Westbrook, I gave him too much credit.
Harden and Russell Westbrook, I just think it's one of those cases where they're playing the Lakers. Sorry, guys, I gotta play the Lakers. It's not great. I do have the Lakers winning.
But I still had it correct. Moving on, so
it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Okay. Next up, we have the Nuggets.
Oh, I don't want to hear this one. This is going to be bad. This is going to be bad, guys. I'm sorry, Nugget fans. I don't remember what I said here, but I know I didn't give you guys enough credit. I know I didn't.
Against the Clippers. Should also be a very interesting series. Obviously, this was a big step for the Nuggets into the second round like this. Especially with such a young team. They got a very young team.
They do.
And I do think that youth is going to be the downfall of them in the second round.
It wasn't.
It's even one of those cases where it's like, okay, this was the next step for the Nuggets.
They skipped a step.
After that is hopefully, Michael Porter, Bobo, those guys come together. More seasoned veterans at that point. Maybe they get like a Bradley Beal, and then they become like a Western Conference Finals team next year. But,
here we are, man.
In a close series should be good. I do think the Clippers win probably in 6 games once again. I just think the Nuggets are that talented where they're not going to get swept. They're not only going to win one game. It's going to be a 6-game series. I have the Clippers moving on.
I did say Denver was talented, so give me some credit there. Come on, man. Not a lot of people had the Nuggets winning, okay? Like, you can't, like, some of these upsets you can't really hold against me. It's the damn Clippers. Like, nobody expected Kawhi and Paul George to choke like this. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't feel bad about it.
We'll get the Lakers, Clippers, man. Which, man, it's going to suck seeing that matchup not in Los Angeles. That would have been so much fun.
Would have been fun if it even existed.
Like the home court environment, like the bubble, like props to the NBA for everything.
Don't care what you got to say about that, Crispy. It don't exist.
Can do like some things against Giannis.
It don't exist.
Got a veteran Goran Dragic going up against Eric Bledsoe.
Oh, here we go.
I don't think the Bucks take care of the Heat very easily, but I do think the Bucks do win. I don't think it's a 7-game series like the Heat Pacers one. Did I say? I think I said 7 games for that, right?
What was this one?
Another 4 games to 2, guys. I'm gonna go with the Bucks over the Heat, 4 games to 2.
I'm sorry, Heat fans. I said from the beginning that, like once I saw like the Heat playing and stuff, like I think I've apologized multiple times, but yeah, Miami did win 4-1. Yeah, the Heat is the team I'm rooting for right now. I actually like the Denver Nuggets a lot too. That's actually been my team besides for the Pistons for the past few seasons. I'm like rooting for just like low key, but no, I've been really rooting for the Heat now though, man. So I do apologize.
Sorry to say, Heat fans, but like I said, only one team can win it, and you're going against Giannis.
Okay.
Literally a coin flip. Does anybody have a coin, guys? Does anybody have a coin? 7-game series, 2 extremely talented teams, so much depth, great coaching.
Went 7.
How do you pick, man?
It was a coin flip too. It was a coin flip.
Very well could come down to a final shot again. I guess my initial thought, just the forces of the basketball worlds, is leading me towards the Celtics.
Yo, let's go!
I would have said the Raptors.
Let's go, man. Oh, yes.
Why, but it's the Celtics, in my opinion.
Oh, I know why.
That's who I have moving on here, guys.
Let's go. You know what, man? 2 for 4 is not bad, especially because the 2 that I missed was the Nuggets over the Clippers and the Heat over the Bucks. Like, that's not bad. I'm happy. I'm happy. Somebody's trying to call my phone, man. Spam risk.
Eastern Conference Finals, it just feels like that season for them. And while the Raptors do have some of the best depth in the NBA, Pascal's great. He's a top power forward in the NBA.
Yep.
Top, not the top, a top. They got Fred VanVleet.
But he wasn't playing like a top.
I do feel like there's... I don't know, man. I don't
but
feel
you
great
knew
about it. But I don't feel bad either. All right, here we go.
But you knew. You got the little internal thoughts where it's just like, man, I know why, man. I know why. This is what the basketball gods are telling me.
We got Bucks, Celtics, Lakers, Clippers.
Okay, let's see if I have the Lakers, and I doubt I have the Celtics going to the finals.
Okay, so let's start with the Western Conference.
It's going to be ugly.
Conference.
I think I had
so for the Celtics to get
Bucks,
to the
Lakers,
finals,
or Bucks, Celtics.
Big time accomplishment for them. With that being said, I do think Giannis has a lot to prove this year. I feel like this man's been ready to go.
Apparently not enough.
One, I don't really see the Celtics getting past the Bucks.
Wait. It's not my fault that Giannis got injured. That's my excuse. I'm using Giannis' injury as my excuse.
So this is going to be a hell of a series. Once again, it could be a Game 6, Game 7 series. But, I'm just picking Giannis, guys. I got the Bucks moving on to the NBA Finals. And it's almost like the same scenario with Jason Tatum as I said with, like, the Nuggets, where it's just like this guy, we can see a superstar, forming before our eyes.
Could still be the case.
Really going to be like
this could still be the case.
Top 10 player, maybe even like a top 5. Top 5, we'll see about that. Maybe a top 6.
Okay.
Like consistently throughout the season. But I just feel like he needs to have that big time Eastern Conference loss against the Bucks, and that's just going to feed him.
Or the Heat.
NBA
we'll see.
And then we got the Lakers, Clippers. Once again, Kawhi, Paul George, LeBron, Anthony Davis. You can't really go wrong with either
Come
of
on.
those. So I think at that point, it comes down to the rest of the roster.
Yikes.
And the rest of the roster
Yikes.
being, the Clippers having way more depth than the Lakers. I do think that's going to be a big part of it. I'm sorry, man, but, I know people say they got LeBron, but it's like they got Kawhi Leonard over here. They got Paul George.
Shut up, Chrissy. Shut up.
It's like, it's so close, but it's going to come down to the rest of the team.
No.
Like that. I know LeBron's be playing like 40 minutes.
Don't say it, man.
But it's still going to be coming down to like one of those other guys going when it's like, okay, well, you have Taylor, Horton Tucker, whoever the hell the name is.
Shoot.
You got him coming into the game. And then you have
Lou Williams.
Lou Williams and Montrezl Harrell. To me, it's kind of a toss-up at that point, guys. But, no, it's not. It's going to be the Clippers.
No, it ain't.
We got Clippers Bucks NBA Finals here, man.
Do we even care?
Who do I got winning it all?
Don't say
What's
it.
the team I said at the beginning of the season?
Don't.
Assuming health is a thing.
Stop.
And they stay healthy. In 7 games, I have the Clippers winning it all, man.
That was fun. I enjoyed that, guys. Yeah. Hey, if I got 100%, bro, I'll be doing March Madness, man. Winning that millionaire Warren Buffett bracket, bro. So I don't think. Obviously there were some bad takes here, but there's always gonna be like nobody's gonna get 100% right. I had some good moments too. Let's not take away from those.
Yeah, that finals matchup is not it.